I am here at my last night in Oregon. I'm in a vintage travel trailer dated, I think, about 1964, 1965, that my friend Brian and his wife let me stay in. And what are my closing thoughts about leaving Oregon? And I'll be heading to see my mom in Ohio. A couple things really stood out to me, and it is that many of my friends are so hooked on materialism. And it's like they just don't feel satisfied with one or two of something. They have to have many, many, many of those items to feel satisfied. And man, it's just such a trap. It's a trap having, so much, because in the end, it has you. You do not have it. And I just remembered back to having the big property I had, all the things that I had to manage with my business. And, I had like 6 cars at one time. I didn't have time for those cars. I didn't barely have enough time to manage my own property. And I think of my friends, they're way overboard than what I had. And I just think, they feel like they have no time, they have no extra energy, and they keep getting more stuff. And the illusion is that they need to carry everything they have. And this isn't directed at any one person. It's just directed at all of them in general, because there was a saying I heard one time, and it was spoken like this: God forbid you should downsize. And, as you get older, it makes a whole lot of sense, because you're not going to want to be cutting a huge grass lawn every day your entire life, right? And you may not even have the energy. And you certainly don't have the energy to maintain a huge fleet of cars, take care of a lot of animals, and just do so much stuff. And so what am I getting at? I'm getting at, if the people that I care about, that I know, would reconsider their lives and think about having less is more. Not having more means you need more. And that's the illusion. They have so much, but yet they feel like they don't have enough. And their enough is never satisfied, so they keep trying to get more. And now they have less time, and they want more to have even less time to feel less satisfied. And it's just like this crazy trap going round and around like a rat in a wheel, and it's insanity. It's just freaking insanity. And I think about how simple I live, but maybe even I am having more than I need at this point in my life. And then I have to reevaluate. So I'm reevaluating my life again in the second stage. Before, I got rid of so much stuff, but I still held on to some things, and I perhaps have still more than I need. But, it's a trap to want this materialism. And I understand why people are materialistic. We have a lack of community. So that community would have filled our happiness zone. But often we don't have that anymore. So we try to find happiness in the materialism, and it's just so fleeting. It's so temporary. It only lasts a short time. Then you want another hit, another amount of materialism to try to satisfy you. And it just doesn't cut it. It just doesn't. And I see how trapped my friends are, how exhausted they are, just exhausted trying to maintain and keep everything rolling. And I think, why? Why? And I leave thinking I'm a little saddened. So for me to tell these things to these people, it's almost like it just doesn't register. They don't get it yet. It's too far beyond what they want to consider. And I feel so bad, because I've been where many of them are, not to the level that they are, but I've been down that path. And it's just not a path of happiness. It seems like it is at first, but the farther you go down it, it starts taking away from your quality, your life, your enjoyment. And that's the opposite of really what we're trying to achieve, I believe. So yeah, all things to consider, man. So we're heading to the airport. We're gonna take a flight to Denver, and then we're gonna fly to Ohio and see my mom. Ready? Let's go. Guys, we're back to the PDX airport drop-off zone. As you remember, Steve picked me up the last time. Now Brian is here. How you doing, Brian?
Hey, I'm doing good. Good visit.
Good visit. All right. So there's the tower, and he's gonna drop me off, and we will be on our way.
Hey, Vern.